February 9th, 2004. A cold, snowy evening in rural New Hampshire. A black Saturn sedan is found crashed on a quiet stretch of Route 112. No skid marks, no footprints in the snow, no sign of the driver. Just an empty car, a cracked windshield, and a mystery that would haunt the nation for decades. Her name was Maura Murray, a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Smart, athletic, and with a promising future ahead. But just days before she vanished, Maura's behavior started to change. Strange emails, a sudden disappearance from work, and then she emptied her bank account, packed her car with alcohol, and drove north without telling anyone why. What was she running from? Or who was she running to? At 7:27 p.m., a resident called 911 to report the accident. Maura was seen by a local bus driver who offered to help. She politely refused, said she'd already called for roadside assistance, but cell phone records would later reveal she never made that call. By the time police arrived, Maura was gone. No one saw her leave. No footprints leading into the woods. No drag marks, no blood. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. But it gets even stranger. Her belongings, including her favorite stuffed animal, were still in the car. The doors were locked, and there was a box of wine spilled in the back seat. Some say it was just a drunk driving accident and she fled to avoid getting into trouble. But others believe something much darker happened that night. Over the years, theories have exploded. Some think she staged her own disappearance and started a new life. Others believe she was abducted. Some even point to the possible connections to other missing women in the region. But despite massive searches, national headlines, and thousands of online sleuths, Maura has never been found. No body, no confirmed sightings. Nothing. How can someone vanish off a quiet road with no trace? Was it a planned escape? A tragic accident? Or something far more sinister? Over 20 years later, Maura's case is still unsolved. Her family continues to search for answers, and internet sleuths consider it one of America's most haunting cold cases. On the night of May 14, 2008, a 19-year-old college student named Brandon Swanson disappeared without a trace, and in real time while on the phone with his father. There was no storm, no clear danger, just a single car stuck in a ditch along a rural gravel road in western Minnesota. Brandon had been driving home from a college gathering when he misjudged a turn and went off the road. At 1:15 a.m., he called his parents, told them he was unharmed, and asked to be picked up near the town of Lind. His voice was calm, even apologetic. His parents got in the car and began looking for him. But Brandon wasn't where he thought he was. He'd misjudged his location by nearly 25 miles. His parents searched the area, flashing headlights and calling his name, as Brandon stayed on the phone, trying to guide them through total darkness. For the next 47 minutes, he walked alone down a gravel road, describing what he could see: fences, trees, distant lights. At one point, he said he was heading toward what he believed was a nearby town. And then, without warning, the call ended. His final words to his father? "Oh shit," followed by silence. Brandon's car was eventually found near Taunton, nowhere near Lind. Tracking dogs followed his scent for nearly 3 miles, from the vehicle along the road into an open field. And then it stopped. Abruptly. No footsteps beyond that point. No clothing. No body. No signs of struggle or injury. Just silence. And the unanswered question, what happened at that exact moment? For 15 years, no evidence has surfaced. No confirmed sightings. Just a single eerie phone call, and a family still searching for answers. Brandon Swanson's disappearance remains one of the most chilling unsolved cases in America. A mystery frozen in time and on the line. Blair Adams was running from someone. He just didn't know who. He was 31, lived a quiet life in British Columbia. No criminal record, no history of mental illness. Then, suddenly, he started acting strange, paranoid, erratic, telling friends someone was trying to kill him, that he needed to leave immediately. He tried crossing into the US, but was turned away. He had cash, gold, platinum, and thousands of dollars in his pockets. Border agents flagged him as suspicious, but not dangerous. Blair kept moving, first to Seattle, then to Knoxville, Tennessee. He changed flights, booked random hotels, even bought a one-way ticket to Germany, then never used it. It was as if he couldn't decide whether he was fleeing or chasing something. On July 11th, his body was found in a motel parking lot. He was half naked. His pants were turned inside out, shoes off, no defensive wound, no drugs, no alcohol, and lying all around him, nearly $4,000 in cash, gold coins, and jewelry, untouched. The cause of death was unusual. He'd been struck in the stomach so hard it ruptured his internal organs. No weapon, no suspects, no motive, and no signs of who or what had done it. Even stranger, hours before his death, Blair had been seen at a nearby gas station, agitated, looking over his shoulder, telling a clerk there was someone trying to kill him. But surveillance shows he was alone. Almost 3 decades later, no one knows what really happened to Blair Adams. Was he murdered? Or did his fear drive him to something no one could explain? Blair's death wasn't just violent, it was calculated, deliberate, and unspeakably strange. Someone, or something, wanted him gone, and they succeeded.